Hey everybody, it's Rob Nazarian with Talk Android, and we have here our virtual press conference for the Moto E. I finally got around to putting together a video here. I had to travel yesterday. I actually got this box yesterday. But this is the mystery box that was shipped, and it basically opened up into this. We put pictures online as well, so I'll just show it to you quickly. The phone was tucked away in there, right behind Motorola bigwig Rick Osterloh. And there's some information there, and of course a website to go to. They even sent me my press pass. I actually would love for all device manufacturers to launch products this way. It is nice to get together with everybody at press events, but sometimes this is just the easier way. Send a device, let's review it, and let's get into the nitty-gritty, and it's the best way to go. So let's take a look at the brand new Moto E. So here is the brand new Moto E for 2015. It looks very similar to last year's model. I don't have last year's model to show you any comparisons, but it is still a little thick, but it has a very nice solid build, and it has, I think we had a lower speaker placement here that made it seem like it was stereo speakers, but it's not, so they got rid of that, so you just have the one speaker anyway. And at $149 now with LTE, this is a really great budget phone with a quad-core processor, a Snapdragon 410. There is a 3G version that will offer the Snapdragon 200, but with with Lollipop, at 5.02, you can't go wrong. It's amazing that there's not that many Lollipop devices out there, and here's a $149 device with it. It also includes a 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of storage with micro SD, a 5 megapixel camera on the back with autofocus, and a VGA up front. The battery is rated at 2,390 milliamps, supposed to be 24 hours. We'll test it out. So obviously not the most high-end specs. This isn't a Galaxy S6 killer, nor is it a HTC One killer, but it's $150. This is a perfect phone for emerging markets, but it's also perfect for teenagers, for that starter phone, or even for seniors looking for a phone. This pricing is off contract. It's not on contract. There is the LTE version, seems to be compatible with T-Mobile and AT&T. There should be, where it's rumored to be a Verizon version, so it would be different. This particular version that you order for $150 would not be compatible with Verizon or Sprint. There's also a basic GSM version that I mentioned that would come with the Snapdragon 200 and a global version. Now, one thing that they're doing interesting is, Motorola likes to be able to offer customization, and in the past the whole back plate would come off and you can change it with a color. Now they've eliminated that, and the back plate is non-removable. You can still get a colored case, but now what they're offering is these bands that just kind of snap off here. You stick your finger in here, if I can get it in. There we go. Very simple to get off, and it's just a side band pretty much, and this actually covers your micro SD card and your SIM card. There's also the dual SIM global version, and this is the dual SIM. There's a dummy card in there now, and right now this is being used on T-Mobile. They sent me a turquoise and red, so I'll go ahead and basically this is the band here. They're pretty thin. There's 6 different colors, but they come in packs of 3 for $19.99. So one of the reasons I think they probably went with this method is because it brings the price down. It would be kind of cool if you could do both, change the back and this. But obviously, if you're buying a $150 phone, you probably don't have the funds to be fooling around buying all kinds of different accessories for it. So for $19.99, you have 3 different colors. You can change them whenever you want pretty easily. Get up in the morning and say, you feel like yellow or whatever. Today I feel like red, and you can flip it out, and it's very simple, and it gives you a nice accent. The phone itself you can get in black or white. Now, as far as the experience on the phone, it is Lollipop. It's just like the standard Motorola, pretty much generic vanilla Android. You have your Google Now to the left, and you have your normal Google Now Google Launcher. And they're also including, as part of the Motorola apps, you can get Assist. It's a little limited, only sleeping and meetings, so you don't have the home and the car mode, but that's there. And you do have the actions, which you can now do quick capture. I don't believe they had that last year. That's where you can shake the phone twice to start the camera. And the display is also Moto Display is included, which I don't believe was on last year's Moto E. So that gives you notifications on the lock screen that flash over, so you don't have to, so you can quickly see without turning on the display completely. The I also failed to mention, display is a little bit bigger than last year. It's 4.5 inches. The resolution is the same, 960 by 540. Obviously not high end, but you know, it gets the job done. I mean, at 4.5 inches, this display is fine for the majority of people. So we're going to be reviewing this. This is just a quick impression, and I think, you know, this phone is solid. I mean, $149 off contract. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what Motorola is doing here, and this looks like to be their bread and butter heading into the future, as these phones, the Moto E and the Moto G, to get it out there to the price-conscious consumer in emerging markets and areas where these type of phones are really growing. The high-end phone is a whole nother ballgame, but Motorola really has something going here with this type of device. You really can't go wrong. I mean, if I had a teenager that I wanted to give a smartphone to, you know, this would be the phone that I would, you know, be able to give them, that's brand new, not just like an old used phone of mine. So this is really cool. So let's spend a little bit more time with it. We'll be doing a full review, so definitely check that out. This is the brand new Moto E for $149. Looks solid.